us so we can actually be free.
What's up, bro?
Oh, boss, you like tequilas? I know, no, no, no.
You know what, bro? We always talk about the downside of marriage, man. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. Now, we always talk about, marriage is not good. It's not safe for men. It don't benefit men. It just benefit women and shit like that. But the other side of marriage, because a lot of guys, they don't talk about this. They always want to talk about the downside of marriage. You always got to talk about the up and downs of shit, bro. Always got to talk about the up and downs of shit. There's always a seesaw effect. Always a seesaw effect for everything, bro. For everything. You create technology that'll make, the average man's life complicated when it comes to dating. There's an up scale. There's a seesaw effect. There's an up and down, for every single situation that happens every single day. Like, think about technology. Oh, what's up with it, Jamie? What's up with what happened to the surgery, bruh? You good? Everything went good, right? Apparently it went good. You still here? Everything went good. But we always talk about the downside of marriage. It's bad for men. It's a bad investment. It's a bad deal for men. Okay. But the upside of marriage, number one, let's start with number one, bro. You live longer. Let's not beat around the bush and say, oh well, yeah, single men live longer than married men. No, study shows that married men live longer. Now, are there some like women who are widows because their husband died early? Yes, but men who are married, bro, they live longer than single bachelor men because us men, we are fucking stupid. When it's time to go to the hospital, we thinking it's all good. We don't need to go to the hospital. You know, if you got a woman that's telling you, hey, baby, you know, you need to go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Okay, good. You good, man. You good, Jamie. I'm glad you good, man. I'm glad you back. You know, when it's time to go to the hospital, a lot of men, they got a lot of pride. They think it's all, you know, you go to no hospital, I don't need to see no doctor or nothing like that. If you got a woman beside you that care about you, she gonna make you go to that doctor, bro, on a regular checkup and see what's going on inside your body. Because there could be something going wrong in your body, and you got time to adjust it and fix it and shit like that.
West Calaveras Boulevard at Maple Street.
You got time to adjust it and fix it if you get seen on a regular. You feel what I'm saying? Married men live longer than single men. You have let's say, what did it say? The study says like you got a 30% more chance of living longer being married. You know what I'm saying? Next, it's like, you know, if you get the right female, you can have sex on the regular. Now, it doesn't happen all the time. You know, the sex dies down and shit like that. You know, but you can have sex on the regular without catching diseases, bro. Now, nobody want to catch HIV and all them other deadly diseases out there. You know, them sexual diseases out there. Man, that's ruining, bro. You could get ruined. Your life can be ruined just because of a sexual disease. That's another thing, a good thing about marriage. It's like you staying with just one woman, you ain't catching no diseases that's life-threatening and all the other shit, bro. You know, there's a good thing in the marriage, man. And the thing is, man, and another thing, you know, number 3, it'll make you stay with your woman longer because, you know, the old saying is, it's cheaper to keep her, you know. So you ain't gonna duck out, you know, when the kid is, you know, young and shit, you know what I'm saying? It'll make sure you hold on to your commitment to the woman until at least the kid is 18 years old, man, or 20, you know what I'm saying? At least, I say fuck 18, I say 20. Till at least the guy or the girl's grown into 20, you know, 20, 21 years old, you know what I'm saying? Because coming up in a single parent, you know, coming up in a single parent household, you feel me? Coming up in a single parent household, it's not it for a lot of people. You know, it's not it. You coming up in a single parent household, you know, your mother is raising you, you know what I'm saying, not your father and your mother at the same time. So there are some benefits to marriage that we have about here. There's, you know, marriage is not all bad, as I'm trying to say. A lot of guys think it's a bad deal. It's a bad deal. It's a bad deal. But there are some bright sides to the shit, bro. Like I said, everything that you do in this lifetime has a seesaw effect. There's nothing in this lifetime where you are equal on both sides, where you got the seesaw that's equal. No, you do something, there's gonna be some bad shit, and there's gonna be some good shit. You feel what I'm saying? Being married, keep your family together a little bit longer, man. As long as the woman don't pull the plug on you and file for divorce like early, you know what I'm saying? You're good. That's why a lot of the times, man, you know, a lot of niggas gotta learn how to settle down and get married and forget about like, you know, getting a whole lot of women in your life, man. And just forget about it. Just get one good-looking female and stay with her, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? You know, I know I'm gonna get a whole lot of like, crazy, you know, I know I'm gonna get a whole lot of like crazy shit from this video. You know, a lot of guys, maybe MGTOW guys or some guys who are coming around. Yeah, marriage is a bad deal for all the men out here. You shouldn't get married. Well, I'm looking at a lot of like single men who didn't get married and they drop in like flies in their 50s. Okay. Number one, Kevin Samuels. Okay, the nigga didn't get married, bruh. And he could have lived a little bit longer if he would have had, got married and had children. That means his wife would have been around, telling him, hey, baby, you shouldn't be drinking all the goddamn Red Bulls. We gotta go to the doctor and see your blood pressure. Because that's what he died from. Kevin Samuels died from hypertension, high blood pressure. He had a heart attack. Now, when you're being monitored, you live a little bit longer. You feel what I'm saying? When you're not being monitored and you think that everything is okay and you're not getting doctors visits on a regular basis, you can check out quicker than motherfuckers that are married. Motherfuckers who are not married, they check out quicker, bro. Just look at the motherfucking celebrities that passed away. The guy who played Black Panther, the first one, Chadwick Boseman. The dude who played him in Friday, what's his name? The guy, I can't think of his name. He played Ezell, man. The guy that was going around handling and stealing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He checked out early, man. I don't think he was married. I don't think he was, maybe he was. You know what I'm saying? But he checked early too, bro. So you live longer when you are married, guys. You gotta understand that. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have nobody monitoring you don't have nobody monitoring you. What I mean by monitoring, watching the stuff that you do. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that, you can pass away early, man. Done deal, man. A lot of cats gotta understand that marriage is not all a bad thing, even though a lot of these MGTOWs, they try to make it seem that it's all bad and all that shit, bro. Nah, no, it's not all bad to get married. That's what I'm thinking in my head, man. I think if I want to live longer, I'm gonna get married, man. Once I get the bag, I'm just gonna have to move overseas, get married to a young hot tenderoni, man. You know what I'm saying? I think in America, man, it's not cool with these American women. You'll end up divorced so goddamn quick. You know what I'm saying? You're less likely to get divorced when you go overseas. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm thinking differently nowadays, man. When I see all these sexual, these false sexual accusations, with what's his name, the accusations with we're gonna get some ice cream, man. I know I ain't supposed to be eating no ice cream at this point, but I'm gonna get some ice cream because I ain't had no ice cream in weeks. The Shannon Sharp situation, the Diddy, Sean Combs situation, dealing with these American women is just I don't know. I want to go to American woman. I just don't. Maybe I'm just fuck it, bro. But some motherfuckers won't like this video. They thinking like, oh no, it's not good. American, marriage is not, it's not good for a man. No, not good. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're saying it's not good, but why are the married men outliving the single men that are bachelors and shit?
डॉक्टर सत्या अपने बुक बनाए ते मैं अब उम्र की 30-32 साल की जिंदगी ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਤੇ ਕੀ ਚੱਕਰ ਆ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਦਾਰੂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਦਾਰੂ ਤਾਂ ਪੀਂਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰਦਾ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ ਚੈੱਕ ਕੀਤੀ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ 400 ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋ ਆਹੋ ਨਾ ਚੈੱਕ ਹੀ ਨਾ ਕਦੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੂੰ ਦਾਰੂ ਪੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੇ ਖਾਈ ਪੀ ਵੀ ਜੋ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ ਤੇਰੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਹੈ
All these so-called bachelors, they don't live very long, bro. The life what they call it, the life expectancy or whatever they call it, right? How long you live? Okay. A lot of these guys passed away in their 50s. Kevin Samuels didn't get to see 60, bro, because he was so busy trying to live like a bachelor in his 50s when he should have been, tying a knot and getting married so he could live a little bit longer. Even though I know I'm gonna get a whole lot of pushback from this video, but I'm seeing the guys who are not married not living as long as the guys who are married. That's why nowadays I'm pushing, get married. Get married. Go ahead and do it. That's why I'm pushing that right now. Right now, my new thing is to get married. Get married. Have the cake, the wedding cake and everything. Do what you do, bro. I'm older now, man. This ain't the young Hellcat in his early 30s no more, man. I remember when I first started making videos, I was a MGTOW guy, and I used to always discourage marriage. But now I got older and more mature. I'm pushing for marriage. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if you're having kids, man. If you're having children, get married. I don't know. Some of these guys, they got too much money, man. They don't want to get married because they got too many hoes. Okay, we gotta go back to Starbucks and charge my phone a little bit more. God damn it. Some of my chocolate dropping on the ground. God damn it. Yeah, do that. Especially if you haven't gotten married before. Don't be scared of marriage, man. And plus, you're doing it for the kids, man. It ain't like you getting married to the woman. You ain't got no children. You get married to the woman because you got children with her. And you want to be there for the kids, until they turn like 20 years old, man. At least 20. Yeah, you should get married. Yeah, you should. Experience it too, man. I mean, especially if you ain't never been married before, this is a good experience, man. To get the wedding cake and the ring, the flower girls. Proposing to her. Putting a ring on it. Having a wedding cake. It's a good experience, man. Fuck it. Especially, like I said, especially if you have children with the woman, bro. You just gotta put a ring on it. Making sure, everything is happy, man. And my parents were married when I was born. My parents stayed married for 10 years. Until I was 10 years old, they were married. It didn't last until I turned 18 because my daddy was crazy. But what I'm saying is, to a lot of guys, you gotta understand, like, marriage is a big responsibility, and you have to make sure you hold up your end of the bargain. Now, you saying like, oh well, the woman, she can like file for divorce. That's what they say. The woman could file for divorce at any time. Well, yeah, if things not going well and you stop working together as a team, yeah, but you take that risk. Even though it's not in men's nature to like be monogamous, we're not. But at the end of the day, are we meant to be alone? Hell no. At least you got somebody to watch movies with, every single night, or at least you got somebody. Let me go back to Starbucks. We're gonna charge this phone up, and I'll make another video about this when I come out of Starbucks. Oh shit. Oh. I saw Little 7 today, man. Little 7 brightens my day, man, for some goddamn reason, bro. She was more lively with me. Her head wasn't lowered or nothing. You feel what I'm saying? She even said how to have a good day. You feel what I'm saying? That meant something to me, man. For Little 7 to say, have a good day, and she ain't never really said that before. I know you saying, Hellcat, like, bro, you've been preaching against the marriage for like so many years. Yeah, because nigga, I am 45 years old. I got like the half of my life yet. I'm at halftime here. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not at my final stages, but I am at halftime. And I've been alone for like, I ain't had a relationship in like, well, how many years? Well, 8 years. So yeah, of course marriage is gonna be on my mind. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Look, to Chaz and Tyrone, they don't have to get married, man. They got so many women, you know, versus men like me who struggled to get a relationship out of a female. My mindset is gonna be different. It's like, okay, when I get the bag, when I get money, I'm gonna settle down. I'm gonna have children. That's my mindset. You know, the Chaz and Tyrone, they young. They like 22 years old, 23 years old. They're not. Their mindset is not. No, I'm not trying to get married. I'm trying to bang as many women as I possibly can. I lived that life already. I lived my life as a Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? I did that already. I did it. I've been through that already. As you get older, you start looking for commitment after a while. You feel what I'm saying? After a while, you start looking for commitment. You start looking for a woman to commit to, bruh, for the rest of your life. After a while, bruh, because after a while, man, you know, trying to be a player in your 40s and 50s and your 60s, that's like, bro, you never grow up. You never, you know what I'm saying, you never mature like that. Like I said, there's a lot of niggas who just passed away in their 40s. I remember my teacher, no joke, true story. My capoeira teacher, he was 45 when he passed away, bro. He'd never been married, never had children. So he passed away early. Because you know what? You got somebody monitoring you. When I say monitoring, I've been drinking a little bit, guys. I ain't gonna lie. But you got somebody watching your every move, and when something goes wrong, the first thing your woman gonna say is like, baby, you need to go to the doctor. You don't look too good. And in your nature, you like, don't worry, I'm fine. I'm a man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm good. Nah, your woman be like, no, you've been looking sick. You're not good. Your mood has changed. You need to go to the doctor. My capoeira teacher at 45 years old passed away. He was just still living that player, bachelor lifestyle. You feel me? He was still living that player, bachelor lifestyle. You know, and he didn't last. He didn't last past 45. And we went to his funeral, man, and we mourned, we cried. This was back in 2006 or 7 or something like that. I done seen so many people pass away, bro, in my lifetime, of my friends, my teachers, my friends. They just passed away, bro. And a lot of them were single when they passed away. My homeboy Brett in capoeira class, he passed away, but he passed away from cancer at an early age. He had cancer at an early age, bro. Rest in peace to Brett. And then my homeboy Ishmael, he died. He committed suicide. I don't know if it was suicide or if somebody killed him in the river or something. But, you know, they found him straight up just floating in the river over there in Colorado. And we went to his funeral and everything. But he was very young. He was in his early 20s, man. You know what I'm saying? They said it was suicide, but I don't think it was suicide. I think he got killed by the feds out there because he's over there in Colorado I'm like, dude, you out there living in Colorado? Yeah, man. Some fishy stuff gonna go on over there, man. It ain't like it's the Bay Area. But also, he was really mentally disturbed. You know what I'm saying? So I done witnessed a lot of funerals in my lifetime, bro. I have. And a lot of dudes who died were single. It wasn't the guys who were married who died. It was the dudes who were single who died earlier. Study shows that men who are married live longer than men who are single. You can look that up online. Just look it up. That's all I gotta say. Look that shit up. And look it up. Google it. Google that shit. You feel me? So marriage is not all like what you think it is. Like you said, well, you know, you staying with just one person or one woman your whole entire life. You don't have any variety and stuff like that. Yeah, you can do that. But at the same time, man, if you want to live longer, let's say you want to live to like 80 years old, 90 years old, you better get married if you want to live longer. That's the key. To stay here on earth as long as you possibly can. To stay here on earth as long as you possibly can. That's what I'm repeating right now. Because we're not going to live here forever, but what we're trying to do is live as long as we possibly can. Breathe the air as long as we possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Because that dirt nap, man, you ain't coming back from that. You feel me? Once you die, it's over with. There's no coming back from that. You feel what I'm saying? There's no coming back from death. Look at all the dinosaurs, man. They didn't come back. They've been dead for millions of years, man. The dinosaurs been dead for about 165 million years, man. Or 175,000 or 107 million years. The dinosaurs been dead. They ain't came back. It's over. Once you live life once, you're not coming back. You are dead for eternity. There's no second life after that. Some guys, they walk around like they got a second life. I'm like, nah, you ain't coming back. There's no second life. You feel me? There's no second life after this. Come on now. You're gonna die, just like the rest of us. But the key is to stay living longer. You pick the woman that's not gonna rob you of sex. You know what I'm saying? When you get married and shit like that, man. A lot of motherfuckers, they stop having sex as much when they get married. And the sex get boring and shit. Well, there's a lot of ways to spice it up, man. To keep your fucking marriage going, you better figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Sex toys, all that other stuff. I can't believe you're thinking this way. Well, I'm 45 years old and I've seen the worst. I done seen the worst out here in these streets. I done seen the worst. I done seen the worst of being by myself for 8 years. You see what I'm saying? I done seen the fucking worst. So this is all knowledge and wisdom, bro. It ain't like no young nigga talking to you, bro. I'm an older nigga. I'm an OG in the game, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, a lot of women out here, they're scared of marriage too. They're scared of commitment too, bro. And they're gonna end up being old and alone in that nursery home with no kids. That's one thing about being old and alone. It's not cool. Man, once you get the bag, you better start busting nuts inside of coochie and marrying females quick. That's all I gotta say. But I'm gonna go up in the Starbucks and charge my phone. I'll make part 2 to this when I come out of here in about an hour. You guys have a good day. I'm out.